Let's see. Oh shit. Silence.
Yo, what's okay? That's you. Got you. All right.
Sure. Topic. Just put season finale. Shit.
Yeah.
Like fireworks and shit. Yeah, I got it. No big deal. Now that I'm reversing it, it's all good. Then, excuse me. Oops.
Pause because I got problems. Pause.
It's still tripping?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. You on, well, no, you on the Wi-Fi. Is there another app using the camera? Well, maybe Instagram is tripping right now.
Yeah. That well, you know, they had a what do you call it? Shortage recently. They had some problems. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's the issue.
Shit don't look retarded from every angle. Let's not get it twisted.
You have people coming in?
Nah, it's just me.
Okay, so yeah, it could be Instagram having issues, man. Let's see, is there anybody coming in on our YouTube? We have one viewer.
Well, what's up?
Hey guys, whoever you are, let us know who you are. Is it
What's
you, Wayne?
up?
Is it you, Wayne?
My nigga Mexican hair, you know what I mean?
He's in. He just came in.
Yeah.
Is that him on YouTube?
Do you watch on YouTube? He probably does. I don't know.
Okay. It's all good.
Some chapstick. All right, pal.
Pal. All right. We're about to get our show started. Everybody else jump on in. We're doing a quick show today. Mexican Eric, if you ain't already know, this is our season finale.
Yep.
We're about to go on hiatus until it's time to start back.
I don't think we can see who's viewing us on YouTube, bro.
Right.
At least not to my knowledge. Somebody else just came in there.
So wherever you are, we are about to get started. This is going to be a 1 hour show tonight. We appreciate you coming in.
Thank you for the support.
I'm having issues on my end with YouTube. I finally said, okay, do that.
It's all good.
So I got you. You my viewer.
Thanks. I do what I can. Oh, nah, man. Either one is fine. I appreciate you for being consistent, bro. We appreciate you for being consistent.
Yeah, no damn doubt.
It really doesn't tell us how many people ever actually watching this stuff. Because I get people hitting me up.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, nigga, I would have never known.
I watched your show.
So many people, man.
Yeah.
I didn't used to believe in that shadow ban bullshit, but now I'm starting to think, I don't know, it might be something to that.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, anyway, we're starting our show. Welcome to another episode of CMCT. Change your mind, change your thinking. I am your host, Troy Skinner. Seated next to me is my amazing co-host, the man with the plan, the only one that can stand in the face of anything and everything.
Even allergies.
Damn. I know, right?
And Antonio D.
Antonio Dean. Hey guys, thank you for joining us on our season finale. This is the last show that we'll do for the beginning part of the year, going towards the fall, when we'll start back. We're going to enjoy our summer. We've been through a lot, to be honest with you. You know, our place is currently being refurbished and worked on, so that's the first thing. And then consistently, as we have our shows on Tuesday and Thursday, we've been hit with severe sinus infections, allergies, itchy eyes, scratchy skin, everything you can endure when it comes to that stuff. But we put on some great shows nevertheless. Tonight's just a 1 hour show, so whoever comes in, you get to get all the good juice. Big shout out to everybody who has been following us since day one. This is show number 62. A big shout out to Lady Muse, our day one.
Right there.
Big shout out to Joe Moten. Big shout out to Claudia. Big shout out to Mexican Eric. And everybody else who watches us from week to week. We really appreciate you guys either joining in and giving some of your opinion and perspective about what we talk about. Hopefully last Tuesday's show was amazing for you. It was kind of...
That was one of the best ones.
It was, wasn't it? It was draining.
It was passionate.
It was passionate, draining.
Very passionate.
Yeah. All right, so without further ado, we're going to start our show tonight. Basically, starting out, first thing we're going to talk about is
merch for your IT company.
Miss Turner, man. Tina Turner.
Tina Turner.
She done passed on, man. We lost her. You know, it wasn't too much of a shock for me because I already knew that she had been sick. She had a great documentary that came out last year. If you hadn't watched it,
I did not hear about that.
oh yeah, it's awesome, dude.
Yep,
it's awesome.
That was Wayne.
It was Wayne.
A layaway.
Yeah.
Oh no,
that's
no,
that's Wayne. It is
a
Wayne.
layaway.
Yeah.
I thought that was a lady.
No. Yeah, that's Wayne. Where am I at? Oh, Google Chrome. Okay. Miss Tina Turner's gone, guys, and so, you know, with that respect, we are honoring her and opening up the show with her, talking about her and what she accomplished. You know, most people they correlate all of her struggle and everything she's been through with Ike Turner. But, you know, she's been sick for a while. She had kidney issues for a while.
Ike Turner helped her.
He did, tremendously. He started her.
He did.
He did. And you know, in some of the comments that I was reading and looking at, some people was like, well, you know, why would you, because, you know, she had stuff like Nutbush, Tennessee, that song, and then she had all of like the CCR, Creedence Clearwater Revival song, Rolling on the River, you know, stuff like that. And people were like, well, why are you playing all that old stuff, you know, with her that was traumatic with Ike?
Her best shit.
It was like, yeah, you know, I mean, you know, she was a lot before she did Private Dancer and Cats with Claws and all the other albums that she had did. She's 83 years old. She's known as the Queen of Rock and Roll. Her mega hits include Proud Mary, What's Love Got to Do with It, and The Best. She began her career as the lead singer of Ike and the Ike and Tina Turner Revue with her ex-husband before becoming a solo performer. When you look at a lot of her stuff, man, you know, people always talk about the abuse she endured, you know.
She's 83. That was not a majority of her life.
Not at all, man. It was just the beginning, and, you know, she did what she had to do to get her name and to move on. But, you know, that work that I gave her, we're not talking about the physical work. We're talking about the discipline and the drive and focus that he gave her. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
The stage performances and all that other stuff, man. That was irreplaceable.
Anything, man. You know, he definitely highly influenced her passion in her art. You know.
Yeah. See, people don't understand of today, the generation of today. The reason why is like we're losing some of these people of that age bracket, 83 and stuff like that. People don't know that they had so much adversity against them. They just had to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then they had to deal with not having anything. So the technology was different then. And it developed a different form of focus and discipline for that person. So Tina was, as amazing as she was partly that because she had been performing live over and over and over since she was a teenage girl. Started singing as a kid in the church as a little girl, but and then she had the adversity of her parents, being abandoned. They dropped off at her grandmama's, and that was that. So there was a lot that she had to work against, and I think a lot of these artists today don't understand it. The reason why when we hear them sing, the Sam Cookes, the Tina Turners, and even Michael Jackson, because he came on off the cusp.
The energy is different, man.
Energy is different.
Energy's way different.
We hear their pain, we hear their power and their passion, and that soul that we have as a people of what we were putting up with.
Motivation.
Yeah.
Or more than motivation, desire.
The desire. The desire to want better for yourself, man. And singing was the way to do it. Now, one of the things I can say is I'm proud of her. She handled her affairs before she died. She cashed everything in, bro.
Good.
Cashed everything in. So you ain't gonna be hearing her. She ain't had no
GoFundMe for her funeral.
Yeah. And she didn't have that whole, she didn't have a will. Her estate is in disarray type of crap. You know what I mean? Let me read a little bit of this. She was like the divine feminine incarnate. This incredible black woman who's a rock star. Debbie Allen is speaking. Debbie Allen, if you know anything about Debbie Allen, her sister Felicia Rashad are icons in the industry of dance, music, and film. She told the Blitz of Turner she just jumped across the labels of what music she was supposed to be singing. She made it what it was. Allen added that Turner is an inspiration to millions of people around the world and will always be. Ruth Pointer, the last survivor. God damn, all the Pointer sisters passing on. Ruth Pointer, we just lost somebody earlier this year. The last survivor, an original member of the Pointer Sisters group, said she began to weep upon learning of Turner's passing Wednesday. So here it is, she already lost a sister, and now she's losing. She just lost Tina Turner. I loved her so much. In my opinion, she was my queen in the music industry. She was my queen, Pointer told CNN's Erin Burnett. I wanted to be her, I tried to be her with my sisters. Yeah, y'all did some stuff, man. Y'all did some stuff. I got to meet Ruth. She was really cool, man. Ruth Pointer. I never got to meet Tina Turner. It'd been nice. Anyway, you got all these people talking about her. Everybody knows. It's on all the social media. There's no need for us to really focus too much on it. Everybody's doing their own tributes and stuff.
And homage.
Yeah, I posted up one of her concerts, one of my favorite concerts of her. She's got a couple that I like that came out, but is a woman that she made stuff happen, man. Oprah wasn't even on her level, bitch. She said, "Sit down, bitch."
No, that's Oprah.
It's Oprah. And this is where Oprah used to work to stay in shape. Look, she was pretty decent then. Everyone, she had it together.
South Park has a great episode about Oprah.
Oh, do they? Oh man, I gotta check that out. I know it's funny.
Where her vagina is devouring people.
Oh no.
And her vagina has it's a sentient being.
Them cats are funny, man. Them cats are hilarious.
But anyway.
This was her when Ike and Tina, man. I'm telling you, if you never saw What's Love Got to Do with It, the movie, you need to watch it.
It's not a comedy.
It's not a comedy, but there is some funny moment. Listen, you always talk about that, man. When you talk about like The Color Purple. And
so I had a run when I was doing night shift in the military. Because I don't watch movies, but I was sitting on 12-hour shifts all night, so I would watch BET and Forensic Files. And every night they had one of the, mandatory black movies. I did a night where I narrated What's Love Got to Do with It. I narrated The Color Purple. And all of that shit just hit my Facebook memories the other day.
Wow.
Hilarious. Those movies are hilarious. Yeah, there's tragedy, but tragedy is only a small portion of anyone's life, man.
Yeah. And yeah, look, man, Tina Turner, you could tell she was wild too, though. Tell she had a little wild side.
Of course.
Rock
star.
Yeah. her legs were actually.
I was about to say that was her main asset.
Yeah, and then she got them insured. She got them insured by the Lords of London. So you know you something special when that happens. We're looking at these photos, man. Look at her. She was holding her own in her 70s. Young girls couldn't keep up with her.
Not even a little bit.
Not even a little bit, man. She had did the Super Bowl halftime 2000 in Atlanta. Gotta go look that up. I remember that show. It was really good. And people go and place the flowers on the Baphomet Star of Fame. Angela Bassett. Angela Bassett had a special relationship with Tina Turner. Look at that, man. This was in the 70s. Look at Ike's boots. See Ike's boots?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Nakono? Thanks for joining. All right, so nextly, get back to this. You want to talk about the badass kid or the kid that just wasn't bad and just did what he was told and lost his life?
Either or.
Either or. Got another subject. This little kid just lost his life. Really, really crazy situations out here, man. This 11-year-old boy was told by his parents. Yeah, told by his parents, man, to he was told by his parents to call the cops. He was told by his mom because I guess he was his mom's getting into it with his dad about something. Who knows? We won't get into it. Read this real quick.
Yeah.
The 11-year-old Mississippi boy. Here you go, my brother.
Sir.
Mm-hmm. 11-year-old Mississippi boy.
I don't need it. Huh? I'm a keyboard warrior.
That's my man right there.
All right. 11-year-old Mississippi boy who called 911 shot by responding officer. Why did he shoot me? An 11-year-old boy shot by Mississippi police after he dialed 911 for help is recovering following his release from the hospital, his attorney said Thursday. Adarian Murray was shot in the chest early Saturday while an Indianola police officer was responding to a domestic disturbance call at boy's home about 100 miles northwest of Jackson, according to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation. Whoever wrote this is not good at it. The boy's mother, Nikayla Murray, told CNN she asked the boy to call the police about 4 a.m.
Wow.
After the father of another one of her children arrived at the home irate.
Oh, man.
Murray, who told the outlet she was concerned for her safety, said an officer who arrived had his gun drawn at the front door and asked those inside the home to come outside. You want to click the shit to put it up on YouTube?
Oh, man. It should be up there, shouldn't it?
Nope, it ain't up.
Oh, it ain't up there? Oh, my apologies.
It's all good.
There we
Sweet. Right in there.
Mm-hmm.
Adarian's mom said he was shot coming around the corner of a hallway into the living room. I cannot grasp why, she told the outlet. So what was the domestic disturbance?
One of the baby daddies came over.
So then he called the police.
She told him to call the police because she wasn't feeling
safe. So where was the baby's father when the police got there that they thought to shoot at him?
Who knows?
Interesting. I cannot grasp why, she told the outlet. The same cop that told him to come out of the house, Adarian, did, and he got shot. He kept asking, why did he shoot me? What did I do wrong? Nice little kid.
But I wonder if that's an old photo of Adarian. I wonder if Adarian.
Yeah, no telling. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't say.
Yeah.
According to a news release from MBI, the boy suffered significant injuries and was hospitalized following the shooting. No one else was injured. Neither the Indianola police chief nor the officer, who authorities say shot the boy, could immediately be reached by USA Today on Thursday. Of course they couldn't. Was that the same?
Yeah.
Okay. A collapsed lung, lacerated liver, and broken ribs.
Wow.
Jesus Christ. It must have hit him at an angle. Yeah. Carlos E. Moore, the attorney representing the Murray family, told USA Today his client was released from the hospital Wednesday. The boy, Moore said, suffered a collapsed lung, lacerated liver, and fractured ribs. In a statement, Moore called for a full and transparent investigation into the boy's shooting and for those responsible to be held accountable for their actions. I don't think that's much of a question.
No.
Shouldn't be. No child should ever be subjected to such violence at the hands of those who are sworn to protect and serve, Moore wrote. Assessing this critical incident, it was not immediately known if the officer involved in the shooting was on routine administrative leave. On Thursday, Mississippi Department of Public Safety Press Secretary Bailey Martin told USA Today the MBI is assessing the critical incident and gathering evidence. Upon completing the investigation, agents will share their findings with the Attorney General's office, Martin said. Due to this being an open and active investigation, no further comment will be made. And then that's all other shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not much of a question, nigga. He shot the kid.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
Well, the comments that I know I need to make is basically the cops are terrified of black people, man.
Yeah.
And, they're in this position, they're being called to these houses, domestic disputes. I get it, domestic disputes can be tough, doesn't matter what the color of the people are. But with black people, they go in a little bit more hot. They go in a little bit more terrified and more hot. And, that in itself, man, there's an issue with that. And it needs to be addressed. First off, we used to say, oh, we need our own police force. Now, we actually, man, people need to handle their own circumstances now. You know what I'm saying? They need to handle their own circumstances now. You call the police for what? You know what I'm saying? You call the police for somebody that's got a mental issue happening, mental crisis, police kill them.
I wonder what was going on that she didn't feel safe around the man that she chose to have children with.
Right. Yeah, no, that in itself is messed up. You know what I mean? It's horrible to hear that the kids suffer because of the stupidity of
the parents. The foolishness of the parents always against the children. Man.
Right. And she was probably carrying on, screaming,
in
the background. My mom needs
acting a fool.
Yeah. From a different baby daddy, not even his father.
Yeah, it might not have even been his father, man.
It wasn't. It was
his
daddy.
Yeah, see, come on. Mm-hmm. And no disrespect to mixed families out there, man, but y'all got to do better. Because it's never about y'all, it's always about the kids. Man.
Yeah.
100% about the kids. It ain't got nothing to do.
Why is that so hard for people to accept, though, man? What do you think?
Ego, especially in today's time, the obsession with attention. People always want to be bigger than they are nowadays in the world of social media, where everyone believes that they have an important, an important opinion, and that everything that they say and do means something. And, the average person knows that. And that's just the truth. Focus on getting them kids out in the world and
building
and making them productive members of society, not only for society but for your own community as well and your legacy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Welcome to the show, Alicia. Alasia. Sorry, Alasia. Welcome to the show. Yeah. All right. Well, we go from one kid who's innocent to a monster, man.
Is there anything we can't put the link for that? But
yeah, this has been a lot of it's been all up and down on Instagram. I saw it all today, man. This little monster, man. This cat, man. And
I'll fuck kids up. Let me tell you something. I'm old school. However, the mom needs to be held accountable for
her actions. As well. How she brought him up.
She was what is the word? Provoking him as well.
Mm-hmm.
Talking to him like he was her boyfriend or some crazy shit.
This kid here, we're gonna show it. We're not gonna have the audio, but this kid losing his mind, man.
But he's also backed into a corner in his room.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, we have no idea what happened before this popped up, but it looks like he's tired of getting beat on by his mother, and definitely old enough to take a stand and decide whether or not that's something he wants to continue to deal with.
It usually at around this time, so we say maybe he's 12, 13, maybe
probably 14.
14.
He looks about 14.
This is usually the time where little young black boy gets, but he'll get snatched up too.
Oh yeah,
by the collar, right?
Yeah,
he'll get snatched up
by his father.
His father snatch him up
to help him get his not estrogen. What the fuck is that?
Testosterone.
Testosterone.
Yeah, under check.
Get his testosterone in check.
Uh-huh.
You know?
So this is the thing, man. This kid, man, doing all of this stuff, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could.
Oh, yeah, I sent you the picture.
Oh,
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, this little bastard.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
We definitely need to have a coalition, beat ass coalition for these mothers. If you're a single mom, and you know, I'm serious about this. This is not a joke. If you need your son snatched up, I volunteer. Give us a call here at CMCT. We will come and snatch your little monster up.
We do pop-ups, we slide in, all of that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Anything necessary. That has been my main focus the last about 4 or 5 years, man. I help get kids focused and together, especially young black men, because I know that they need good
guidance,
decent masculinity in their lives.
Discipline.
They need it. A mother cannot provide any type of masculinity for a young man who's out of control. No, it's not possible.
Yeah, and if you hadn't already seen this footage, go and look it up and see how she was talking to him.
Now, this last moment, he's trying to just go ahead and walk on out.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "I'm just trying to leave." And I guess she dropped the phone and then probably went upside his head or something, or whatever it was. She made it physical. And it didn't look like, honestly, it didn't look like he was trying to hit her, man.
Yeah. No, he
did not look like he wanted to. That's why he was backed in the corner that whole time and started breaking the window. I wish he would have been intelligent. Well, but then again, we don't know how high up off the ground they are or whatever.
Well, not only that, the house looks like trash. So that
looks like trash. That speaks volumes about the discipline and structure that she's providing.
Yeah.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah, because I know my mom was like, y'all don't, you know, she raised 5 boys, man. She was like, y'all don't break nothing in this house. Mm-hmm. She was very big on not breaking anything, furniture, not anything being thrown. You know, she was very big on that, man. And to see that young boy pick up something and throw it into him, but we're seeing that in the schools like too, though, man.
Yeah.
You know, that other footage we saw about the
up.
teachers getting hit with chairs and the kids throwing chairs.
Kids are not children anymore, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was very fortunate today to see my young class of students finish out their school year, and they all behave like children.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shout out Dr. Willis, man, because she don't play that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? She make them y'all got to be children here. You don't have the option to behave like you have no fucking home training.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she's very serious about that. And it shows. All of them kids graduated well above average GPAs.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever it is that's going on with these new parents, man, y'all gotta get back to the basics. Let a child stay in a child's place and be exactly what a kid is supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know? They are not your equals. You guys are not friends. You're not pals, or none of that silly ass shit, man. You're supposed to let these kids be kids and enforce, a childlike lifestyle for them. Mm-hmm. Honestly, because it's damaging our community, and it's even worse, man. It's endangering our future as a people. Mm-hmm. You know, they said 3,000 or something. 3rd graders just failed the end of the year test to move forward and to matriculate up to the next grade. That's a problem in itself because the parents aren't hands-on enough for the students who are homeschooling or doing remote work for school and so forth. You know, and that was only for 3rd grade. There's no telling what the numbers are for the other grades. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to take this shit a lot more serious. Yeah, other communities. Please get it together too, but I'm speaking for the black community.
Yeah, we have a very serious issue. Yeah. I mean, obviously they're going to show us more in the media, and what's happening with the political realm. They're using us as always. They use black people as scapegoats to move agendas a certain way. The violence that's happening in our community, violence doesn't happen with all communities, but fighting in airports and fighting in schools, you don't see it too much with white kids on the media. That doesn't mean it's not happening, It just means that they're using black kids to push the agenda of what's coming. Which is a thing of promoting racism in a certain way to get what they want. See, those black kids, this is why we don't do this. This is why we don't give them nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so that's very dangerous, man. And to have a young man act like that, again.
It speaks volumes about the state of our community, man.
Yeah. Guys, we are part of the Beat Ass Coalition. If you have
you know what I'm saying?
an incorrigible young man,
that's our arena.
That's our arena. Please contact us. If you need us to fly out to handle it, you take care of our room and board and give us a little something for our time.
Listen, depending on how drastic it is, I don't want to necessarily promote us as a free service, but I will hop in the car and drive.
Right, you see that?
Let me know how bad it is.
And see, I don't drive, so the thing is that we don't take joy in putting hands on the kid.
But I take joy in administering necessary discipline.
Yeah.
Necessary discipline.
Yeah.
Because it's missing in our community, and it's definitely it's ruined our structure. It's absolutely ruined our structure, and slowly but surely, it's tearing away at our potential and our chances and opportunity to move forward and elevate as a community.
You guys gotta be careful, man. Understand that the media, the way it is that's how people see us around the world. And so you could be an innocent person. You're gonna be treated on how they saw other black people act.
Now get on Netflix. I'll always say it. They just came out with their season 2, Young, Rich, and African. That is in South Africa.
Is it worse than the first season?
Oh man, look, I watched one episode of each and couldn't do it.
Wow.
But I had to know, how is it that our brothers and sisters over the seas, how is it that they see us, or how is it that the other powers that be on the other side of the world are forcing us to behave and depict ourselves in the media. And it's just as bad as it is here. Just as bad as it is here. So when that is our collective public image, you heard me say it a million times, and I can't say it enough. When that is our collective public image, we got work to do.
Yeah.
All right? Yeah. It starts at home.
Yeah. And it can't be cute to you no more. A lot of times people look at stuff as being cute. Oh, that's cute.
Nothing pleasant about it.
Little kid talking bad and acting bad, or acting grown.
Acting like an adult.
Yeah.
Just even being in grown folks' business, man. Stay in a child's place. It ain't nothing wrong with a kid's place being Legos and chicken nuggets or whatever.
Yeah.
You got kids jumping into adult conversations and cutting grown folks off while they're discussing and dealing business, handling their affairs. A child shouldn't even be present, man. You shouldn't want to be present. You should have so many other things to do as a kid.
Right. I mean, even Michael Jackson complained that he didn't have a childhood because he was working at 9 years old.
Yeah.
He was working. And so here you guys already want these kids to be grown in their attitudes.
Letting them behave like it, let them dress like it, let them speak like
horrible,
it.
Man.
Let them conduct themselves as such. But they're behaving that way without the adult responsibilities to even them out, to level them out. So that's something y'all really got to work on that at home, because the world is not going to be apologetic to them come the time.
Not at all. Not at all, man. If you're not disciplining your child, the world will. And that was something that was told to me as a young black man coming up. Thank God I had people who cared.
Absolutely.
Honestly. I always believe that, we were going to talk about this. We'll definitely, once we come back from to our new season, martial arts. I thank God for martial arts, man.
It's great discipline.
Yeah, man. It gave me everything that I needed. First off, to come out of being a victim. You heard me go into the detail about that.
Yeah.
The reason why I teach people is so that they never have to endure what I endured.
Absolutely.
Victimization is a horrible thing. It's multi-layered, but what people don't realize is that the reason why people become victims is because of the situations that they're involved in. And you're raised a certain way to deal with situations a certain way. You have to deprogram yourself in that regards. So, guys, like we said, tonight's just a 1 hour show. We're moving really, really fast through some of these topics and everything. we'll be back in the fall, at the very beginning of the fall, with our show and our format and everything like that. But in the meantime, in between time, just know we got a lot of things coming up that we're going to be working on.
Coming down the pipeline, as they say.
Yeah. Antonio and I, we still have a lot of things planned. One of the things that he and I have been working on that's been in works for a minute is this project here. Okay, this project here.
Throw that up right quick.
Yeah. We want to talk about that real quick. Shout out to everybody who was a part of it that helped out with the lights, with the sound, with the camera. Yeah, man. Very appreciative of people donating their time.
Yeah, man.
More than likely, we're gonna have a screening of this. It's getting done. The color's been completed now. Just working on the sound. If you know anything about me, if you've ever worked with me on projects, you know I go above and beyond because the quality is important to me. But this is a project called Two Killers in a Car. Okay, I said it without having to think about the other one.
Right.
And this is actually the precursor to a feature film.
Oh, wrong way, my bad.
To a feature film that we'll be working on. And what's going on, Zay? What you got to know about this real quick, and the reason why I want to talk about this project. This is going to be probably completed soon and hit the festival circuit first. And if you know anything about festival circuit on a short film, it's a 1.5 year time that you invest in it, to almost to 2 years. It runs the festival circuit and everything. This thing is so funny, man. It's two guys in a car talking, but I can't really go over what they're talking about.
Detail,
yeah, but when we put this out, you're going to enjoy this because it is hilarious. It is so funny. I want to give a big shout out to Antonio because his performance, me as an actor, I've been working for so many years, and as a director, as an acting coach, this is his first acting endeavor. And he fucking smashed it.
That's
out the gate.
That's exactly what we said earlier. Two niggas in a car.
It's lady you said that. I knew it would be lady you said that. Yeah. It's funny because then see the only thing, like, the problem would become that when you do it, like, say for instance we got accepted into Sundance.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
A white motherfucker with that haircut. Whatever, I don't know, whatever the name of the award is. Two niggas
in a car.
They can't do that.
They can't do it.
They can't.
What's up, Darius?
And I wouldn't accept that.
Yeah. And so, you know what I'm saying? People are like, I don't want this award. Why? Because you don't have the right to say it. So it becomes an issue. So that's the only reason why. But
bring my character right on the light.
Yeah. His performance was very sound and very solid, and it's going to be turned into a feature. Already, the idea of it and stuff like that. But to give you an idea, it's about two assassins, two niggas who are assassins.
Nigga assassins.
And one is going through a midlife crisis, pretty much. And so that's the comedy in it, and it is funny. And I appreciate my time with you. Doing it, man, I really did. And it's a 9 minute short right now, but eventually it'll end up being a 1 hour and 45 minute full length feature with shooting and fighting
and special effects. It's gonna be tramps in there.
Yeah, man. So that's what's coming up. And if you're really on our team, any donations help tremendously. If you're anybody interested in being an executive producer and coming up with the dough for sound or anything like that, we greatly appreciate it. Or helping when it comes to festival, because festival entries are very expensive. But it doesn't stop us. We're gonna make something happen in regards to this project. Once we start doing all the marketing on it, please share the poster, share anything.
Upload it to X videos
for
us.
And you're gonna enjoy it, man. Those laughs are genuine. Those laughs that you see in this poster right now are genuine laughs, man.
It was cold as fuck.
It was. That's funny, isn't it? That it was that cold, but we still was able to have a good time. You know, we won't be shooting the feature in cold. Best believe that.
Hell no.
Gotta
Enclosed environment.
do fight stuff, man. You gotta do fight stuff. It's the worst time
fuck that
environment.
That shit was rough.
Right. And the last thing that we're going to talk about before we sign off at our 1 hour mark tonight is another project that we got coming up that I directed, wrote, produced, shot it, and it's coming out August 11th, huh?
Ain't no way to move on. Shit, they need to change that.
I know, because it's on the hot chick, right?
Yeah.
This film here, near and dear to my heart. For all you guys out there who are creatives, I wrote this over 20 years ago. Initially, it was supposed to have been like, I had wrote it for like Morris Chestnut and somebody else.
Sounds like 20 years ago.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I was inspired, man. I was inspired from The Best Man and movies of that caliber.
You know, if you on YouTube.
I was inspired, man, and I love the black community. So of course, the first script that I'm gonna write is gonna be about my people and our experience. Yeah, well, you've seen the film,
yeah.
And so thank you, I appreciate it. That's how we became tight friends, man. This brother, man, let me tell you something. You know, I when I work on projects and stuff, man, it's very hard for me to give over a lot of control because I demand a lot of myself and I demand a lot of others, which sometimes is not always a good thing. But with Antonio, man, he's able, because of his level of integrity, to show up and to get stuff done. And that's how I met this brother, man. He said, I'm gonna come to your screening all the way in Los Angeles from Georgia. And then he ended up, he was in Idaho at the time, right? Or was it?
I drove to Idaho, and then from Idaho to Sacramento, and then from Sac down to LA.
Wow. Showed up at my premiere, man, the cast and crew screening, and watched this film, man, and helped my mom the next day onto the stage when I was getting an award and everything. He's just a very decent man, very big heart, man, and he shows up, and I appreciate that, man. Because listen, no matter how much success you get in life, no matter how powerful you become as a person, you gotta have real people around you who gonna tell you the truth. This man has looked me in my face and said, I charge you. And that's not even a word that many people use nowadays. And you know, if you're a bullshitting person, you don't ever want to be held liable. I'm not. If you tell me, because I'm gonna hold myself liable first, but I want to have people around me, other kings around me, who are gonna hold me accountable for my actions. Because it's very easy for you to get to a point where you don't want to listen to nobody. Yeah. And you don't want to do nothing else that anybody else got to say. But anyway, this film here, I wrote, direct, produced, edited it, did VFX on it, co-executive produced it, which is the financial part of it. All the actors in it, except for maybe 5 of them, are my actors that I coached. Cast and crew of almost 70 people. Full-length feature film. The trailer is going to be dropping first week of June, which is next week. Well, following Tuesday. And it's coming out August 11th. It's going to be on a lot of different platforms. If you haven't already seen me post anything about it, I'm posting daily about the date, but not the trailer yet. Yeah, yeah, and then we got a serious marketing plan we're currently in the process talking about. But give you an idea what the story is about, man. The guy in the photo, if you look at the picture, holding this little girl, he ends up getting back into the dating scene. The woman over on to the left, right of him is his wife, and he loses her in a very volatile situation. So 6 years later, he has this little girl, his daughter, and then he meets the other woman that's on the left side of him, who ends up being his daughter's school teacher. And that's pretty much like the story. But I wanted to tell a story in regards to a black man's experience because, you know, yeah, we do work and we do get opportunities, but not much is told about our
The journey there.
Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like not just It's easy to make movies about guns and fighting and athleticism. It's very rare you see stories about black men having these situations where it's just like, how do I move forward from this situation? That's what a new life means. It's a new life that he moves towards because he has to let go of the old life. And there's comedy in it, there's romance in it, there's some sex in it. But it's definitely something that, I made for the black community. I made to give people a different perspective of the black male experience. And I wanted the world to see that we love, man. That we love. Just like with two killers of the car, the conversation that we have is very down to earth. So with both these projects, you'll see that this one will actually be out. Two Killers in the Car will be out, but it'll be on the festival circuit. This one you'll be able to see on Amazon. You'll be able to see it on Ubiquity. You'll be able to see it on all the major platforms.
Porn.
Maybe that scene. That'll be on there.
Somebody
will rip it.
Somebody's gonna do it.
Yeah, I got a little risque.
Rightfully so.
Through some black skin in, man. So, Lady Muse, what you saying, sweetie? Because I know she. Hey, yo, big shout out to Lady Muse for her graduation. She graduated. I'm very proud of her, man. Been seeing those photos. Big shout out to anyone that has graduated this year, and big success to you on whatever your endeavors are in life and what you want to accomplish. Because it's just the start. Graduating is just the start.
It's always.
Big shout out to my cousin.
That's the black belt is the white belt.
Yep.
Right.
That's what we always say. All right. So yeah, when you see this out trailer or whatever poster, please share it. Get it out to people. We want to have a big opening in regards to the August the 11th, and you want everybody to see it. Trust me, you're going to enjoy it. It's definitely representative of the black community in a good way. Absolutely. In a good way. So we have 10 minutes left, which is usually 5 in Antonio's world. We want to thank everybody, first off.
Fucking with real niggas.
Yeah, for enjoying us, man, for being there with us, holding us down and having a good time, all the different shows. You have our word, we will definitely be back. We didn't even realize we needed to have season breaks. We were just working, man. But, allergies and sciences is kicking our ass, so that means, okay, this is every year we need to figure out something in which to be able to do our show, stop, take a break, come back, do our show, stop, take a break, come back. Maybe next year what we'll do is go somewhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Do shows in different locations.
Yeah, right? And, hell, if we get into Sundance with this film, that'd be wild. To do Sundance in a hotel, to do our show in the hotel talking about our film.
And what the whole process is like.
Sure.
A docu-series of sorts.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Anything you want to add, brother, before we get up out of here?
Well, it is Thursday. So, Friday is tomorrow.
I hope you guys have a great Memorial Day weekend. If you're flying, please do not fight. Don't give them anything more to talk about.
Man.
No fighting on the flights, man. No fighting in the gates. None of that stuff.
It's a federal offense.
Yeah, you will get on a no-fly zone.
Alright. You don't want to be on that list.
Yeah.
Act right.
No-fly list, that's what they call it.
Think about the other people that look like you.
Yeah, that you're inconveniencing because of your stupidity.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They still got to come after you, man.
Yeah.
You be making it harder on them.
Yeah.
Much harder than it needs to be.
Delaying flights. Wow.
Man. Come on.
And it's them Spirit and what's the other? Frontier?
Spirit and Frontier. Definitely.
Mostly.
JetBlue was down there with them, but they got bought.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But and Delta has been known to have a little bit of stuff every now and then. But Spirit and Jet and Frontier, man, y'all need to stop. That's what happens. You give people, $20, $30 tickets.
These motherfuckers is really like $20.
Yeah, man, it's crazy.
Go halfway across.
Yeah, it's the first thing to pop up, and I'm like, yeah, nah, I'm good.
I flew Frontier one time.
And that was it.
I've never been scared on a plane before. I was fucking shaking in my boots, nigga.
Terrified.
I kept my seatbelt on the whole ride, all of that shit.
It just felt like the plane was going to shake apart.
It was a rough fucking ride.
Wow.
Through the snow from somewhere down in, I think I was going from Utah to up to Idaho or some shit. I don't remember. Mm-hmm. But it was a rough ass ride, I tell you that. I was terrified. I'm not easily frightened. I was terrified. Terrified that flight. That shit was wild.
I'm good. So if I used to go back and forth between. I did like Southwest.
Southwest was cool, man. Yeah. They still have they got some really good planes now. Mm-hmm. Updated, the little monitors and all of that shit like Delta. Mm-hmm. It just depends on the day. I don't know. They be having some wild ass people on Southwest.
That be it, man. That be it. It be the people, man.
Yeah, it's the people.
It be the people.
Now that Frontier flight, nigga, it was the plane. I didn't give a fuck about the people. It was the plane. The plane was about to take a nosedive in the Teton Mountains or some shit. Yeah, I wasn't fucking with that. But anyway. Yeah, guys. Be good. Be good at it.
Yeah, send us stuff. Right. Remember, CMCT show at Gmail if you have any information you want to send us while we're gone. And you can hit us up on our personal platforms as well. You can hit us up at the CMCT _ on Instagram as well. And we'll definitely get back in touch with you guys. We appreciate you being there for us. We love you. And you have a great summer. Have an amazing Memorial Day weekend too.
All right, let's see. How long is it going to take for this thing to catch the way it's supposed to?
Might surprise you, huh? It may surprise you.
Muscles on this lonely back. I stay calm and fat. I've been on the grind so long, hoes could never call me that. Please keep it short. I don't speak for all the rap. I'm your mechanic. I don't want no parts of whack. Keep throwing darts and wax. I'ma melt you. Every beat got a birthday. I just make it special. If you came to wrestle, maybe smile can do that. Shatter the doses and show you where your shoes at. Exactly where the proof at. I ain't gotta prove stats. I don't need the hookup. I've been staying blue-black, straight from where the news at. Life-size show that. Story I survived. Made them live with most down. Painting what I broke down. I imagine it. I'ma grow the canvas. Every stroke's passionate. Ask him why he smashing shit. I'm just practicing so I can get it in when it's out. Ain't no accidents for real.